Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback.
Tokyo.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Guys, check me out. Here we go. Back man. 120.
Wentz to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 120. 82. Great.
To throw is Wentz. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Great. Shit. Let's get the ball.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Don't go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Evans. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed.
makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second down, here's Wentz. On the right side, caught by Green. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Listen to me. You got 4.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Zebra!
Now a play fake here on first down. This complete to the tight end Clay. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Yellow. Here we go. Hey. Yellow. Done.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Cousins. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Cousins. Going up top. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Great. Black, come on.
Wentz. Green's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
4 down. Check.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Great, great. Hey, stat. Great.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Throwing his Wentz, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. First down. Here's Cousins. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Go ahead. Zebra.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
We're going. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Let's go. Rhino!
On first down, Drake. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Black. Rhino!
Second down, Cousins. Over the middle to Garcon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Charles Clay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. This time, the extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Black, come on. Here, sit.
Wentz now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Going deep this time from... He's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. On play action, Wentz. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz will try again on second down. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check Mike. Great. Let's go, Tyler.
Wentz going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. he was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Will not be permitted. No refunds will be issued. Please note that at that point, you will be responsible for...
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Garçon, and it's entered. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
This will be fielded at the 17. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Returnable here for Davis. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play fake. Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Rhino!
On the give, this is Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Two. We're going. Let's go. Yellow. Where's the hunt?
Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Wins to throw on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Let's go. Great. Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. Here, shift. Four down. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Go. Shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Start the drive on the ground. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Listen to me.
Right back to Drake. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reuben Foster, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
82.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Drake. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go. Hey, guys, check this out.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
81, 81. Go, go. Go 80. Shorty, shorty, shorty. Check back 16.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Run, run.
On play action, it's Wentz. Out to his left. Now he's, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Cousins now. He dumps it off to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Burn, burn. Yellow, yellow. Ready, sit in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Here's Cousins. It's caught by Garcon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Black. Zebra. Hey, steamer, steamer. The hood.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rhino, Rhino!
Third and long for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Great 15. Great 15. That is right. Here we go. Here we go. 81. 81.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Over the middle to Evans. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
4 down. 36. I'm bringing it to you. Black. Hey, stash. Here, shift.
Hey, check Mike 16.
Wentz to throw again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Move. I got him. Back to mine. I got him. Go ahead.
Check 59, Mike.
Rhino.
59.
They stay on the ground with Drake. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black.
Tight end right.
Cousins to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Yo.
Running, it's Drake. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
Ringo. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now Drake trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and into.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.